All right, we got the Crash of the Titans today on a I'm about to call it manic Monday. I mean, it is Monday. It is when I'm recording this here. We got one of my favorite four stars in the game, Moon Knight. Though power creep and all that there has surpassed him, and this is gonna be a very interesting fight. So let's get the purple ability out of the way first, and then we'll talk about his other two abilities. So his purple ability has one of three things it could do. At the start of the battle, it can be an ability that if you match green, that you will create strike tiles. If you match black, you create attack tiles. If you match purple, you deal additional damage to the target. Alright, so you won't know what ability Moon Knight has until the battle starts. His black ability costs 9 Fisticon Shoe. It deals damage to the target, and if it oh my goodness, if it does enough damage to down the target, it will heal Moon Knight for a portion of health. Since this is a one-on-one fight, if it downs Gwenpool, well, she's down and out for the count. And then Moon Silver Blades is probably one of the nastier random attacks in the game. It costs 12 in green, and it deals a massive amount of damage to a random enemy. At least at 270 is not going to be too bad, but when Moon Knight has some levels up in him or he's boosted, he hits pretty hard. So the main thing we want to do, definitely avoid green, and whatever his purple ability may be. Alright, then we got Gwenpool here. She's a purple, black, and green user. Her purple ability is her exploits code. It costs 9, and it has different codes on the board. I'm not gonna go through too in depth in the video about her exploits code because one, there are way too many. Two, if you want the exploits codes, you can use your favorite search engine and look up these exploits codes themselves and download them to either your computer or phone and look at the picture or the different codes from there. Her black ability, this is an 8 AP power, I believe, right? Plot armor 9. Okay. Plot armor is 9. It sends her allies airborne for at least one turn. So you could use characters like Vulture or Throg or even Black Cat in the Spider-Man PvE event. So you send them airborne, and then she creates at least 2 big strong projectiles on black, and that's all it does. And then finally, her green ability, Chekhov's gun, Deus Ex Machina. At the start of the battle, she creates a gun tile on the board on a random tile. If it's matched away, it becomes Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun costs 10. It fires 3 shots to random enemies. So it could hit 3 times to the person that's in front. It could hit 3 times to the person in the back, 3 times in the middle, and any other permutations that you can think of, it will probably do. All right. Main thing for us, we want to use her purple ability, and we want to make sure we can get the green Chekhov tile well, the Deus Ex Machina tile, get that matched away as quick as possible to get enough green to fire off our gun, so to speak. And again, keep Moon Knight from getting green. Alright, so we're gonna do it with the purple ability of Moon Knight, Mark Spector, so cannot allow him to match too much purple, because if he does, he's gonna do us additional damage. Well, 0 for 2. We'll go here to get a match 4. Oh, match 5, even better. And then we'll match green here. We'll match purple here and give him a match 4 in red because that's his weakest color, or weaker colors. Don't want to match team up tiles here, but we will match yellow. He'll match green. Probably should have went up this way here. Alright, thank you for matching our Deus Ex Machina tile. Chekhov's gun. Well, you're dead. I took way more time with the explanation than I did with the actual fight itself. These things here tend to happen. And as per usual, we will look at Gwenpool. I said the exploits, like she said, this game has a wiki, right? You'll figure it out. Now again, had it been me, I would at least put like a handful of useful codes up on the screen, but I'll give out a few that are kind of useful. If you want to get rid of strike tiles, that's 478. If you want to get rid of protect tiles, that's 689. If you want to get rid of attack tiles, that's 237. And if you want to get rid of just a random, not really a random column, but if you want to get rid of the middle column of the board, 124. Those are some that are just really easy to remember. If you remember 124, boom, you're good. Oh my god, why did I back all the way out? Then she has other codes like big head mode and pink mode, where it turns purple tiles pink, or all relevant things purple to pink. And then big head mode obviously gives your character a bigger head. Plot armor, like I said, gives you pretty strong protect tiles, sends your team airborne for 1 turn. Again, at higher levels, even stronger protect tiles. Again, good for characters that you want to try and get airborne, or alternative ways to get certain teammates airborne. Like Throg, for example, you want Throg to get airborne, well, there you go, you can use Gwenpool. Again, not necessarily Vulture, because again, Vulture really kind of wants the black to get himself airborne, but you could use someone like Icarus. That would work too. Then when he comes back down, he gains AP, so that's a use for it there. And then finally, Deus Ex Machina, which we've seen, like I said, it hits like a truck. Match away. If you match away the Chekhov's gun tile, or destroy it, or just remove it off the board by any means necessary, that's when Chekhov's gonna activate, and all the different permutations that it may have, you're at that whim. So that's the only downside really to Chekhov's gun, that you don't know what it's going to do. You're gonna have an enemy that's at 7,000 health, and it hit the other two enemies and knocked down the the target that you want. Trying to think here, is there anybody else you could pair her up with? Or I should say any other characters that can that go that want to go airborne. I mean, you could use Nova, but again, you want him to go airborne with his red ability. You could use a doesn't 5-star Carol do some interactions with allies being airborne? Let me go to her real quick and see her yellow ability. Oh no, it's just on her power. Okay. Okay. But yeah, any character that willingly wants to go airborne, like I mentioned Icarus, like I mentioned Black Cat. Again, if you're really sick and sadistic, you can use Vulture, send him airborne, and let their powers marinate while Gwen is doing her thing. So that's gonna end the Crash of the Titans. Let me see who we got coming up next. Howard the Duck, which actually makes sense because we are in the Christmas, or I should more specifically say in the holiday season, and limited time characters are something that I think everybody kind of wants to have. So that's gonna end this video here. If you watch the other video about the globetrotting, or you can watch the video about the Chinese Storm's Firestorm chat or Fireside chats or puzzles, whatever they're called.